Hi readers, welcome back. It's Miss T. Today we're going to be reading Railroad Hank. This book is written by Lisa Moser, illustrated by Benji Davies. Let's get started. Railroad Hank and his fine little train rolled down the track. Chugga 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 woo woo woo! Railroad Hank stopped at Happy Flap Farm to talk with Missy May.
"I'm heading up the mountain to see Granny Bet,"
said Railroad Hank.
"She's feeling kinda blue."
"A plate of scrambled eggs always perks me up," said Missy May. "Take some of my eggs to Granny Bet."
Railroad Hank rubbed his chin. "But where do you get eggs from? From a cat?"
"From my hens, of course," said Missy May.
"Okie dokie," said Railroad Hank.
"Wait!" shouted Missy May. "Take the eggs, not the hens."
Chugga 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 woo woo woo!
Railroad Hank stopped at Dandelion Dairy to talk with Country Carl.
"I'm heading up the mountain to see Granny Bet," said Railroad Hank. "She's feeling kinda blue." "A glass of creamy milk always makes me feel better," said Country Carl. "Take some of my milk to Granny Bet."
Railroad Hank rubbed his chin.
"But where do you get milk from? From the faucet?"
"No,
from my cows, of course," said Country Carl. "Okie dokie," said Railroad Hank. "Wait!" yelled Country Carl. "Take the milk, not the cows." Chugga 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 woo woo woo!
Railroad Hank stopped at Fish Jump Pond to talk with Reelman Sam.
"I'm heading up the mountain to see Granny Bet," said Railroad Hank. "She's feeling kinda blue."
"A sizzling pan of fresh fish always tickles my toes," said Reelman Sam. "Take some of my fish to Granny Bet." Railroad Hank rubbed his chin.
"But where do you get fish from? From the sky?"
"From my pond, of course," said Reelman Sam.
"Okie dokie," said Railroad Hank.
"Wait!" yelled Reelman Sam. "Take the fish, not the pond." Chugga 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 woo woo woo! Railroad Hank stopped at Applesauce Hill to talk with Cinnamon Cobbler.
"I'm heading up the mountain to see Granny Bet," said Railroad Hank. "She's feeling kinda blue."
"A crunchy red apple always sweetens my day," said Cinnamon Cobbler. "Take some of my apples to Granny Bet."
Railroad Hank rubbed his chin. "But where do you get apples from? From a duck?"
"From my trees, of course," said Cinnamon Cobbler.
"Okie dokie," said Railroad Hank.
"Wait!" yelled Cinnamon Cobbler. "Take the apples, not the tree."
Chugga 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 woo woo woo!
Railroad Hank chugged up and up the mountain to see Granny Bet.
"We heard you were feeling blue, and everyone sent something to help," said Railroad Hank.
He threw open the train doors one by one. Chickens squawked, cows stampeded, water sloshed, and apples rolled. Granny Bet looked at all the chaos. She hooted and snorted and slapped her leg. She shook until her bonnet slid sideways and her shoelaces popped.
"Granny Bet," cried Railroad Hank, "are you still blue?"
"Oh no," said Granny Bet, giggling. "I'm right and dandy."
"What fixed you?" said Railroad Hank. "Was it the eggs, or the milk, or the fish, or the apples?"
"It was you," said Granny Bet, "and all the friends you brought to visit. Now let's have a friend celebrating glad you came, I'm all better now kind of a day."
"Okie dokie," cried Railroad Hank, and he threw his hat up into the air.
Looks like they're having a great time. At the sunset, Railroad Hank helped everyone find a seat on his fine little train. "That was a wonderful surprise," said Granny Bet. "Now I'm just going to sit and relax and dream about all the fun we had."
Railroad Hank rubbed his chin. "But where do you sit and relax?"
"On my swing, of course," said Granny Bet.
"Okie dokie," said Railroad Hank. Chugga 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 woo woo woo.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining me for reading Railroad Hank. I had a great time and I hope you did too. See you next time. Bye.